All right, good morning. Welcome to Script Mastery. And we spent a lot of time yesterday working on your business plans, getting all the fundamentals together for that. As we said, next week we're gonna continue to do that. And I am repeating myself here. Hang on. We spent a lot of time yesterday working on your business plans. There's that. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so today what we're going to do, I can find my screen, there it is we're going to shift gears a little bit and we're going to practice expired listings. Why expireds? Well, we're seeing more and more expireds go on the market. The art of working in expired is coming back. It's going to be a necessary skill because again, the market has shifted. A couple of years ago, I did expired scripts, and people are like, "Yeah, where do I find an expired?" And I'm like, "Well, right now there aren't any." But now, if you go into the MLS, and this is the first thing you guys should be doing every morning when you get up, go into the MLS and run an expired report. Get the information of the people that are expired. And there's two things you can do here. Number one, you can show up at their house. That's one of my favorite things to do. I just think you have a much better chance because remember, expireds, unlike anything else, there's a time limit on these. What do I mean by that? Well, every realtor, when they get up that's worth their grain of salt, checks the expired list and goes after them. So a lot of realtors are going at them at the same time. You could be an hour into the day and that person may have already gotten 20, 25 phone calls. Showing up at the front door makes you a little different. And if you show up at the front door, what do you want to take with you? What do you want to have a market report of what's going on? You want to have all of your information. You want to have your marketing strategy and things like that. A couple things psychologically to remember about an expired listing. Number one, they may be angry with their realtor or realtors in general. The realtor 6 months ago, they had a dream to sell their house and the realtor told them they'd take care of it and get it sold for them. Now here they are and it didn't happen. Along with that, they may feel down and dejected, a little depressed. That's the second thing they may feel because they had a dream. They're going to sell their house and move to whatever that dream was. And guess what now? Their dreams have been dashed. We're never going to sell this house. We're stuck here forever. Woe is me. So understanding that they may be angry with their realtor or realtors and understanding that they may be a little downtrodden and upset, with those two things in mind, that's how you want to approach them. In addition, one of the keys, as it always is in any conversation that you have, is that you want to get them off of being angry or get them off of being sad or depressed or whatever, and get them on to or back to their dream, thinking about what it is they want to accomplish. We want to retire and move to the country or move to the beach or move to wherever, it doesn't matter. So getting them to talk about that and getting that back out and rekindling that dream is a big secret for success. Many realtors, when they call an expired listing, shoot right in and go right after it. And, hey, come on, list your house. Let's get this thing going. And the problem with that approach is you don't know where they are mentally. And that's why it's important to ask those questions. Find out, are they angry with their realtor? Find out, are they sad or depressed? You don't necessarily have to address those things unless they really become an issue. One of the ways they could address it, if they're really angry with their realtor, by the way, just say to them, listen, I'm very sorry. It sounds like you had a bad experience. Let me ask you something. Have you ever gone to a restaurant and had a bad meal? Yeah. Did you go back to that restaurant? No. Okay. Smart. Did you stop going to all restaurants? Well, no, I go to other restaurants. Well, it's the same thing here. There are good realtors, there are bad realtors, and there's everything in the middle. just like a bad restaurant, it sounds like you unfortunately had, a bad realtor. Well, you're lucky now because I'm one of Tampa Bay's best realtors. So it's just like eating at a nicer and better restaurant, and you're basically what you're saying there, and you can use any anecdote that you want, is that, no realtors are not created equal, just like restaurants are not created equal, just like, everything. So they shouldn't be basing their experience with all realtors based off of one realtor. So that's an important one. As far as the feeling down, sad, and dejected part, the best way to overcome that is to get them back on their dream, right? Instead of thinking about, oh, my house will never sell, we're never going to get our price, we're never going to this, we're never going to that, get them back to thinking about, their morning walk along the beach or whatever, again, that dream was, or where they want to move. That will automatically move them away from being down and out and not wanting to list to getting some enthusiasm back and wanting to list. So what I've created in this particular script, and you'll see that I have several, we have 3 or 4 scripts that, for expireds, they're similar because the methodology is the same, but they're a little bit different. Like I have my 7 touches in 7 days. This particular one is taking them basically through 135 days of follow-up. And you'll see there's not a lot of stuff to stay here. It's a matter of opening a conversation using these things. So they give day 1, you have day 3, 5. Then we go to day 30, 90, 180. And in addition, we have follow-up texts that are put in here. Day 135 is mixed in there, yeah. So you'll see it's kind of mixed in. So I'll do this real quick, and then I'm going to have you guys do it. So basically, the agent calls and says, hi, Mr. or Mrs. Smith, I was calling about your property, 123 Main Street. Is it still available? What we are doing here is twofold. Number one, making sure it's not listed with another broker. If it's listed with another broker, congratulate them. Hey, if I have a buyer, I'll be in touch, and leave them alone. So we want to find out whether it's listed or not. Most of the time, if it's the day they expired, it probably is expired. Although sometimes they already did renew the listing, it just hasn't been updated. But anyway, the second reason we're doing this is just like we always do in the IICCC, is we're identifying. Hi, I was calling about your property, 123 Main Street. Is it still available? Oh, that's my dad selling that. My son selling that. That way you can identify that you're talking to the decision maker before you move forward. So the 2 things you're trying to do here, make sure it's not still listed, and make sure you're talking to the decision maker. So is it still available? Seller says, yes. Agent, this is Bill Zeltman from Realty One Group Beyond. I reviewed your listing. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. I'm going to go through them both right now. I reviewed your listing and was a bit surprised that it didn't sell. Any thoughts of why it didn't sell? Shut up and listen. My realtor was horrible. The interest rates, the blah, 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 the blah, 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 whatever they want to say. Truth is, the answer is normally it was priced too high. It could be there was something weird with the house or whatever, but most of the time it was overpriced. But you're going to listen, and you're going to learn from what they have to say. Now, when you're talking to them on the phone, I reviewed your listing, was a bit surprised it didn't sell, is a good way to start. If you get a voicemail, I want you to go the opposite way. I reviewed your listing and now I see why it didn't sell. Give me a call to discuss. Well, if your house just didn't sell for 6 months and you're frustrated and somebody says, I see why it didn't sell, are you going to call them back? Probably. Maybe not 100%. No, there's no 100%, but you're a lot more apt to call them back. So if you get a voicemail where you feel like you need that kind of shock factor to get in their door, I reviewed your listing and I see why it didn't sell. Why not? well, let's meet and I can discuss and show you how we can get it sold. All right. So the seller says, any thoughts why I didn't sell? Yeah, my realtor was lazy, whatever, market was bad. Agent says, well, I have a few fresh marketing ideas that I believe will get your property sold quickly and for top dollar. In fact, and this is huge, guys, if you use this, all my agents that pick this up and use this do really well with this next line. In fact, I am so confident in my ability to get your house sold that I'm willing to put a guarantee in writing. What days and times are you available to meet, review my plan, and show you how I will get your home sold? Easy. Okay? That's all there is. Again, if you get the answering machine, I would change that second line to I review your listing and I'm surprised it didn't sell to I reviewed your listing and now I see why it didn't sell. Either one will work, but I now see why it didn't sell really is a hook to get, again, a certain percentage of these people to call you back. Don't be surprised if you get a larger number of answering machines from expired listings than you do from FSBOs, from anybody else you're calling. Again, why? Expired listings come out at the exact same day and time for everybody. Good realtors check the expired listing every morning. It's the first thing that they do. They get the phone numbers together and they do this. You want to be, the early bird catches the worm. That's why I always say you call expireds first. You really don't want to call anybody before 9 a.m. So if you start calling them at 9, and now you've got one that you called at 9:20 or 9:25 because you've been talking to other people, again, they may have gotten 20, 25, 100 calls already. They turn their phones off. So having your answering machine script down really makes sense. You hope they listen to your answer. They may not. They may just delete. But it's a power of numbers game. Another thing to remember about expireds is, yes, you want to get them right away and you want to jump on them. For those of you that do your calls later in the day, you need to make an exception. If you say, well, I'm a 4 to 7 caller, and there's a lot of you out there that are 4 to 7 callers, 4 in the afternoon till 7 p.m. It's a good time after work, whatever. That's okay, except for expired listings. Expired listings, you need to get them in the morning. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they probably have thrown their cell phone in the Gulf of Mexico because they've gotten so many calls. So anyway, everybody feels like but here's the converse statement. Everybody feels like, oh, I got to get to them first, or I'm not going to get them. There are a certain percentage of expired listings that will renew right away. Got it. No doubt. True. However, some of them will wait a week, a month, a couple months. And what happens, just like everything else, realtors call that new list today. What do they do tomorrow? They call another new list. What don't they do? Follow up, right? We know realtors don't follow up. We know most salespeople don't follow up. So calling them over the course of, I don't know, up to 6 months, sometimes even longer, and staying in touch will help you get more listings. You'll be surprised how many of them will wait. You'll be surprised how few other calls they'll get and how well you'll do. So be persistent. So you called them on day 1, maybe you talked to them, maybe you didn't, whatever. Day 3, I'm going to call her the answering machine. Very simple. Hi, this is Bill Zeltman, Realty One Group Beyond. I am just following up on your expired listing and hope that you've received my postcard that I sent you. By the way, you see the postcards are in here too. Hopefully you use those because they reinforce your message. Oh, that's the guy that called me, and that's what you want to try and do. Again, I specialize in real estate in Clearwater and have a few fresh new marketing ideas that will get your home sold quickly and for top dollar. I guarantee that I'll sell your home. Now, if you're on the phone, let them respond. If you're an answer machine, hey, let's talk. Give me a call. There's my phone number. And I invite you to give me a call, always with an invitation at the end. Now, that's day 3. Day 5. And again, they're going to have so many less calls by day 5. Call or answer machine yet again. Hi, it's Bill Zeltman again. Really One Group Beyond. I understand you may feel frustrated that your home didn't sell when you last had it listed. I wanted to call with good news. Many times the house doesn't sell because it wasn't marketed properly. My proprietary marketing strategy will ensure more buyers see your home, and we will get your home sold quickly and for top dollar. I can and will help. Again, if you're talking with them, let the conversation go. If you're on an answer machine, give me a call. Number, again, Bill Zeltman, Realty One Group Beyond. So now I've gotten in touch with them. Look, 2 times is a postcard and a call. 4 times, postcard and a call. 6 times, postcard and a call, all within the first week. Now you're going to play it by ear, depending on how your conversation went. And you're going to let them sit for a little bit. But on day 30, I want you getting back with them. Hi, it's Bill Zeltman, Realty One Group Beyond. It's been about a month since your property's listing expired on the MLS, and I want to follow up with you. Market is getting busier, and there are buyers looking for a house just like yours. I have a few fresh and new marketing ideas, which mixed with my proprietary marketing plan and extensive knowledge of the real estate market in Clearwater, that will get your house sold quickly and for top dollar. Please return my call, or again, if you're talking to them, have the conversation. Okay, that doesn't go? Call them again, day 90. This is Bill Zeltman, Realty One Group Beyond. I'm following up with on your property expired from the MLS a few months ago. We're seeing a strong buyer's market, and I was wondering if you were ready to get your property back on the market. I have some fresh and new marketing ideas. See, you're still sharing that same thing. Fresh and new marketing ideas. You're drilling in their head. Fresh and new marketing ideas that will get your house sold for top dollar. Please give me a call, blah, blah, blah. All right? Now we're at day 180, 6 months into this. Hi, Bill Zeltman, Realty One Group Beyond. It's been 6 months since your property expired on the MLS, and I was going to see if you considered listing it again. After reviewing your listing, I'm surprised it didn't sell last time. But with an uptick in buyers in Clearwater, wherever, and my proprietary marketing plan, I believe we can get it sold quickly and for top dollar. Either if you're talking to them, get it going, or please give me a call. Now, just because I stop here at 180 days, if they haven't relisted, does that mean you should stop contacting them? Absolutely not. I would check in with them once a month and just check in. What was the old line? Until they buy or until they die. Until they put it on the market, or again, they die in the house. Stay in touch with them, because you will get them. I've been surprised so many times about expired listings that I've gotten later. Sometimes it's when you least expect it. You had a cold reception the first 3 or 4 calls. They weren't really interested. They blew you off. And next thing you know, they're boom, yeah, let's do this. Now, the third element, remember we sent postcards in the first couple. The third element that I want you to do is send text messages. Text messages reiterate your voicemail and your postcard. Remember, we talked about in our business plan, we talked about the spokes in a bicycle wheel, right? All the different things that work together. We have texts work together. So the text messages are simple. You can copy and paste them, just make them for you. I was surprised your property on MLS expired. I have a few fresh new marketing ideas to get your property sold. I am so confident in my ability to sell your home. I'll put a guarantee in writing. Give me a call, and you put your info. Text 2, day 2. So you're going right at them with these texts. So because, again, this is reinforcing the phone calls and the postcards in between. Just following up on your expired listing, I specialize in slow-moving homes. And after reviewing your listing, I know we can get it sold for quickly and for top dollar. I'm so confident in my ability to sell your house, I'm willing to put a guarantee in writing. Could we take a second and talk about the guarantee? People say, well, what do you mean a guarantee? The guarantee is simple. I guarantee that I will sell your home. And if you're not satisfied at any time, I'm going to let you cancel the listing agreement No penalties, no questions asked. Just put it in writing that you want out. And a lot of times for people that were with a list them and leave them agent, which a lot of these were, where the person took the listing and ignored them, this gives them a confidence that they're in better control and they're not going to get screwed again. So that is a fabulous way, guys, of overcoming the objection of, I don't want to get involved with another realtor that's going to stick me for 6 months and not call me, not sell my house. So that's day 5. You do it again. All right, it was day 3. Let me do day 5. I don't think I read this one. Okay. Day 5, again, Bill Zeltman, Realty One Group Beyond. I understand you may feel frustrated that your home didn't sell when you last had it listed. I wanted to call with good news. Many times a house doesn't sell because it wasn't marketed properly. My proprietary marketing strategy will ensure more buyers see your home, and we will get your home sold quickly and for top dollar. I can and will help. Give me a call. So now we get to a month. And again, you left them the voicemail or you called them and had them on the phone. You're going to text them just to reinforce it. Hi, it's been about a month since your property's listing expired on the MLS. I wanted to follow up with you. The market is getting busier. See, create excitement. The market is getting busier, and there are buyers looking for a house just like yours. I have a few fresh and new marketing ideas, which mixed with my proprietary marketing plan and extensive knowledge of the local real estate market that will get your house sold for top dollar. Please return my call to discuss. Day 60. And again, this is mixed through with the phone calls. You're keep hitting them. Hi, I'm following up with your property that listing that's expired on the MLS a few months ago. We're seeing a strong buyer's market, and I was wondering if you were ready to get your property back on the market. I have some fresh and new marketing ideas that will get your house sold for top dollar. Please give me a call. I look forward to speaking with you and getting your property sold. And then day 135, that's in between your phone calls. Hi, it's been about 6 months since your property expired on the MLS. Now, it's a little bit before 6 months, but we're getting prepped for that. And I was calling to see if you have considered listing it again. After reviewing your listing, I'm surprised it didn't sell last time. With an uptick in buyers in our market and with my proprietary marketing plan, I believe we could get it sold quickly for top dollar. Please give me a call to discuss. If you notice, there's a theme in all of these, and it's reinforced. And the whole idea of why we repeat ourselves, and it's like, wait a minute, you keep saying the same thing. Yeah, because I'm reinforcing that message. Surprised it didn't sell, or if you go the other way, I see why it didn't sell. That's a great one on a message. Again, we call you back. Up the market's better. I have a proprietary marketing strategy. You didn't use this before. You used a regular realtor, not my great plan. But we're reinforcing that message. Now, the second thing, scripts can never prepare you. I shouldn't say it this way, but I am. Scripts can never prepare you fully, that's a better way to say it, to a live conversation. Because you never know which way a live conversation is going to go, right? You go sideways on you, go up, down, wherever. So what we did was he gave you this other sheet. And this helps when things go the other way and makes you get in control. Remember something we always teach here. He who asks the last question is in control of the conversation. So here are some expired questions that you can ask. Questions for expired listings, I should say. These are questions that you don't want to fire them off like you're Barbara Walters in an exclusive interview or an investigative interview or whatever. You want to use them, mix them in, to get control and to get the answers to what you need. What are the main answers that you need when talking to an expired listing or any client? When do you want to sell? Where do you want to move? What are you committed to? Right? What do I say over and over and over to you guys? Every time we meet, find out what they're committed to. What, when, why. These questions will help you do this. Did you ever see how it should say house is ours? I gotta check that, fix that. Did you ever see how your house looked in the MLS? Would you still like to get your house sold? While for sale, did you receive any offers? This is important. Maybe there was one you didn't know about. Maybe it was a property inspection problem or something like that. Maybe it didn't appraise. Make sure you know. Do you have any idea why your house isn't sold? Sorry, just that one. Do you know if your house was listed on the internet? Now, that's an older question. I wrote these maybe 10, 12 years ago, 10 years ago. At this point, we pretty much expect, and we know that if it goes in the MLS, it's going on the internet, right? That didn't used to be the case. But what you can ask now is, do you know if your house was plastered all over social media? Was it put in Facebook Marketplace? Did they put it on Craigslist? Those types of things. They're the questions that you can ask, and then get them thinking. Oh, I never saw my house on social media. Maybe that's why. And everybody thinks social media is the answer to everything. So maybe that's why it didn't sell, right? Had your house sold, where did you plan to move? What are you committed to? What was your time frame? Again, what were you committed to? How did you select your last agent? Great question. Get some thoughts into their thought processes. What marketing did he or she do that you liked? What marketing wasn't done that you feel should have been done? Meet their needs. Make them feel as though you're taking care of it. Why do you feel your house didn't sell? How long was your property on the market? And then, I have some ideas of why your property didn't sell. Would you like me to show you what these ideas are? By the way, that is never on the phone. It is in person, face to face. When would be the best time to meet with you? And again, I'm not going to go through all of these because they're similar, but questions to ask when previewing an expired owner's house below. You can see there's some more questions. A couple of highlights there. Did they advertise? Did they have an open house? We know that open houses rarely get a house sold. We also know that our clients think that they're the gold standard of listing a house. Oh, we're having an open house. Oh, yeah, what do you do? But they don't know that. So any questions on this or the script? Okay.
No, it's helpful, it's not, though. I like how it kind of puts them and makes them think,
Right.
and it's not yes, no, dead air.
Never ask it, right. You never want to ask a question that somebody can answer yes, no. I mean, obviously you always want them to say yes, but yeah, you want to get them in a conversation. And the second you can break an expired, you're breaking down a barrier. And the second you can break them down from being like this, or being like this, and get them to start having a conversation. The truth is, they want to sell their house. They wanted their house sold. It didn't happen.
Right.
You're giving them a solution. They want to hear your solution. They just, in the beginning, are usually kind of, they're standoffish because they've been down a bad path already. Again, remembering those two reasons. They may be depressed, or they may just be angry with their realtor or all realtors. All right.
Can you
Anybody
email
want to try
those
this?
to me?
I'm sorry?
Can you email those to me, please?
I can. I'm
Thank
sorry
you.
I didn't do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Let me do that right now. Do either of you want to try this?
I think I'm good.
Yeah,
You don't
I'm
have to
good.
email it right now. You could do it after.
Yeah, I'll do it as soon as we hang up.
Okay.
All right. Well, does anybody have any other questions or anything else they need?
No, I think we're good.
All right.
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I'm not signed up for the MLS yet, so what should I do?
The only way we can get you is expired. Probably when you come in here, we can get them for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can sign up for it, but you just told me not to because there's
At this point, I would wait until November, just so you don't pay for October. You're already, the month's almost
yeah.
over.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So
Thank you.
prorate. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. And tomorrow we are digital mastery and we're gonna fix our Google problems tomorrow, Mackenzie.
Okay, thanks.